Somebody was asking about speakers. How small would be too small when it comes to your full range speakers, the main speakers you're going to be using for a smaller, like a backyard wedding or something? How small would you go before you're like, yeah, no, I can't go any smaller than this, from your experience out there, guys? And I think, Dan, you might be.
Sure. I guess I'll go first. For a main system reception wise, I don't on a standalone. I wouldn't go below a 12. I'm a believer in the 12 inch. I know there are 10 inches ones out there. There's 8 inch and everything else. But for the reception portion of that service, I don't feel like you get enough punch for that dancing aspect for anything less than a 12. And that's kind of my 2 cents. Now ceremony, whole other different ball game. Um, I'm a big believer in an 8-inch speakers for a ceremony. I don't think you need to go huge on that type of piece unless you have a large space you're filling. But for the reception piece, definitely would cater more towards at least a 12, if not bigger. Cubbie?
I'd have to concur. 12 would probably be the lowest the smallest I'd go, and it'd have to be on a fairly low guest count because I don't mind carrying in my Evolve 50s and just monitoring the sound. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not discounting the number of guests. I mean, I get, well, it's only 75-person wedding. I'm going to work harder on your 75-person wedding than work on your 300-person wedding because trying to get 75 people to dance is a lot harder than getting 300 people to dance sometimes, so I like to, like I said, I have no problem taking out my Evolves and just monitoring the sound, keeping it lower. But I'd never go anything less than a 12.
So there are times I think a 10 could work. And I think that it really becomes the quality of the cabinets that I think is probably the biggest issue, because I can, the 12 that's a great answer for most of just for a quick answer, a 12. There are 12s out there that we all have seen and heard that we wouldn't use for playing in a 3-person garage party. There's poor quality, lower level stuff in every company has lines of different quality, and then there's some companies that everything they make is just kind of poor quality, just basically to dump it out there, and it's disposable DJ gear. There are some companies that make 10s, and those 10s are pretty good. Are they going to give you the same bass as a 12 or a 15? Not even close. But if you're playing for the right event, a 10, I think 2 10s could do it. If I were playing for something where it was an old time wedding, for a 70-year-old, the couple 70 years old. I actually did one of these a couple of years back. We didn't play anything. It was old country and it was old time music. There was like nothing newer. The all day long notes, a 10-inch 2A cabinet could have handled that. I think I did use 12-inch 2A, but as I was ripping down, I was thinking to myself, I don't even know if I heard the bass. The hit. There was no bass hit. A couple of country songs had a little bit, but there wasn't. So if you were going to buy it, you were just going to buy once. Yeah, the 12 2A of a quality cabinet that can hit a nice SPL level. Don't worry about the 2,000 watts the cabinet says it can do. It's the SPL. You need to know how loud they can get. But if you can find a really good quality 10, there's potential there for some people, I think. All right, let's jump to the next one.